Hi everyone and welcome to new Mr. and Mrs. Craftworld vlog. This will be our new series of vlog, so
hope you will enjoy it.
Due to the questions Mark and I get often, we decided to make new video and to go deeper into these topics into further vlogs. Also, we both think this is a good way to reach out and share our thoughts and experience. We recently did stories with questions and answers on our Instagram account, but having 15 seconds to reply to the answer is simply not enough. Also, we want to thank to new followers and new subscribers here. Also, you motivated us to record this new video, so thank you.
So for today's topics, we will just give you insight from our Craftworld Studio daily life. Also to talk about future plans and on the project that we are doing now and that we're doing in previous months. So there's a lot of things happening. We are finally now back in our old routine after all the travels.
Yeah, so we'll speak a bit about that.
Yeah, also our experience from visiting different continents and countries. Also
the things for future that we're planning.
For future, there is video comings. There's a lot of good stuff. We're trying to make time for everything, and hopefully we will manage to create what we plan.
As you can see, it's going well because we have this new video.
Yeah, so
it's a first step.
One by one, we are achieving the goal, and big thank you to you guys. You really give us a lot of inspiration. You give us the wind in the back that we need for creating all this, and doing this kind of videos, answering your question is really a pleasure for us, because we want always to reach out to the community, make it bigger, talk about miniature art, all things around miniature art, and all the cool stuff. Doesn't have to be a hobby or a profession. It's just things that you love to do and create.
For us, it will be fun sharing it this way, because we can talk about those topics. We will share with you what we're working on, show those topics on our works as examples. So we hope this will be fun for everybody.
Also, if you have any questions, please
write them in the comments below.
We'll try to answer as many as we can. And
for the good questions, we'll make videos.
Yeah.
Maybe good topics.
Yeah.
So let's start with this. Marko, what are you doing today?
Well, I decided to actually give myself a rest from painting the stuff that
rest from painting.
Yeah, with painting, because I still do it as a hobby as well. So I'm working on, if you, I don't know if some of you remember the Space Marine that I did in purple armor with green base.
This one?
So I kind of created a whole story and crew around them. So I'm working now on the new character guy.
Yeah.
I'll probably finish him until Aleksandra finished the whole production of the video. So we'll put the picture there.
Pictures will float somewhere here.
And I it doesn't matter if I have a deadline. I must do something just for myself, because projects like this really gives me energy and ideas, and bring back my creativity, because if you keep doing the stuff, you kind of have to do it, because
it's a bit too boring.
Yeah, you gonna burn out. So for me, this is the way I relax, but also what I learn from it, because it's just for me. I really have the freedom and explore with colors, with brush strokes. And I have a feeling that with each of them I learn something new, and for me that is the essential thing of whole thing. When you have this learning energy, keep coming something new and new and new, you really have the will to paint all day, because there is always something fun, something cool.
I totally agree with this, and it's It's kind of a recipe not to burn out, because you know what to do. Take something and paint it for yourself.
Not to burn out from painting, paint more.
Paint more, but paint something you really want. Do some idea, do some experiment. It always works, and as Marko said, you can always learn something new.
Yeah, and doing different things really helps you to really find yourself as well, because this way you can explore and maybe find your own unique painting style, or just things that you really find out more fun to do, different approach, or whatever.
So, as Marko mentioned, exploration is one of the main factors how not to burn out from painting. So, to connect to this topic, and answer some of the questions, I recently did the project with a clear waterfall background. So, to get this inspiration, I worked on previous projects that had water, and I painted the water and add some small details with water effect, and really tried to give a bit of dynamic to the water. I would say little splashes, everything to make it look more fun. But
fun fact that both of us realized by looking at those little details, they give so much movement, so much life.
Yeah, it looks so good.
And I think what Aleksandra, if I may say, she wanted to see, well, let's bring it to a different level.
I wanted to do the clear background, so the waterfall on this piece was the perfect, so I will put this.
Yeah, and for me it was like, okay, but how are you gonna do that?
Yeah.
It sounds very tricky or even messy to work with already painted model. You need to apply the background, to glue it, to add all of the splashes.
Yeah, I had the idea from the start of painting this model to add the waterfall, but I knew that will be the hard task, because the model have the composition like that, it's snake, so it doesn't have the really good point for the background, because the snake is curvy on that side. So the snake goes through the waterfall.
Curvy snake.
Yeah, that's how the snake looks like. Curvy. That's the word. So to answer how I did that, I took the plastic card, the transparent, very thin one, and I cut it on the shape that I wanted to be, and also I calculated the point where the snake will go into this card, so I cut that as well. And then I put the layers of water effect on it, put the very thin first layer, then wait for it to dry and put many more layers, and at the end I add the cotton wool for the splash effects, and some little round, how does it called?
Bubbles?
Yeah, bubbles, transparent, and also go over that with water effect to get the effect that you can see on this picture. But it took a lot of time just waiting for it all to dry and seeing how it will look at the end. So if anyone tries this, I recommend to first experiment somewhere and then do it on the project.
Yeah, it's very cool effect, but as we said, it's that energy from exploration that gives you the patience and the idea and creativity, and creativity is always very important.
Yeah.
Whatever you do it in a creative way. It doesn't matter if it takes ages, it's better than just boring, bland stuff.
Yeah, I agree. It's always better to try something, and by trying and maybe even sometimes you'll get something that you don't like, but you know for the next work. And when you get something you like, you know even better for the next work. So speaking of all of this, those are just some advices that we want to share with you.
Said is that you should never give too much credit to the
Opinions of others.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So that's the best way how you should approach every project. Like, I know that today we are very exposed. Every one of us can share, and everyone can comment and give you advices. But it always gets back to the personal thing. Each of us is different person, and we have our own ways of painting and our ways of living or whatever. So
our ways of liking stuff.
So yeah, so if you feel comfortable, you should pursue that path. You should not do what other people think you should do. You should never do that, because then you will always feel hollow inside. You will always feel not satisfied, even if you reach some technical points that people think is like good.
If you don't feel good about
yeah,
it,
if you don't really feel anything, like it doesn't really depict yourself in that piece, and said, oh, this is John, this is Frank, this is Aleksandra, this is that. So if you lose that, then what's the point of spending time and effort?
I think you have perfect example for this advice.
And when you look everything, when you go around everything, it's all everything about love and caring. Because I started miniature painting because I fell in love with it. I used to paint in canvas, and I used to do other stuff, but somehow I got drawn to this view of art.
Dwarves.
Yeah, dwarves. I love.
Just saying.
But it gives me so much pleasure, and when I look at them, I always have a smile on my face, and I say, like, I need to keep this, because then later on, when I started to learn more about it and think, oh, I should do stuff more like that or like this, I got the results.
Yeah,
the results
it
were
helps.
there, but I was not satisfied. I lost this feeling that, oh, this is my creation.
I think it's when you look back at the old works for let's say year or 2 years ago, you achieve something, and then you look back and see something that you lost. So that's not good.
Yeah, so we are saying this from our experience, because we've been there and see how that goes, and we know that was not the right direction. The right direction is
to follow your path,
your path, your journey, and to always be also ready for criticize. And you should
take from criticism, you should take what will help you improve.
Yeah, but also don't mind too much. Like, if I got a lot of at the beginning about our style, even from our friends and colleagues, they say, oh, it's too colorful, oh, it's too much like it's not blended enough.
It's too expressive.
And
now it's good. And it's expressive and it's colorful.
Yeah, and I like the fact that even some of the people who told me to ease up with colors, they're now trying to achieve colors.
And they like colors.
Yeah.
I like that, because we didn't back out of the colors, but some people learned to appreciate them more.
Yeah,
I like that.
So be bold and be always a bit hot-headed. Not hot-headed, but bull-headed, to do stuff you do, and don't care too much about the rules that are set by other people.
Yeah, set your own rules.
So don't even mind what we are saying if that's not what gives
don't
you.
Listen to
You don't have to listen to this as well. So we're just giving our opinions, our honest experience.
You can take the good stuff from the criticizing, you can take the good stuff from the comments, but you should have your own opinion and follow it.
Because in most cases, people will push you in their direction all the time. When we do works together, and sometimes Aleksandra don't like what I do, or I don't like what she paints.
How dare you?
So it's a normal thing, and you don't really, you just keep it to your way, and just pursue that. You don't really have to care that much. So okay, I guess we need to stop here, and
yeah, we would go too deeply into topics and lose the track of the
so for today's thoughts and topics, hope we managed to share something.
To sum it up, it's the recipe for burnout. Paint
Yeah.
more, paint what you want to paint, and also follow your path. That are the two main topics that we wanted to cover today.
Yeah, be yourself and
Yeah.
enjoy.
Enjoying painting, and see you with some other video.
Bye.